Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video, and this is going to be my history with the PlayStation 3. So this is going to be a video talking about my early memories with the PS3, some of the best games I've played, some of the worst games I've played, and just generally my history on the PS3. This could be a lengthy video, we'll see how it goes, but I think I could be talking for a little while, so I'd say about half an hour maybe. We'll see what happens. So yeah, I just want to say first of all guys, the PS3 for me has just been a fantastic console. It really has, guys. Just so many great games, some crap games as well, mind. But overall, most of the games I've played this generation have been really top class, really bloody good games. So yeah, I would say it's definitely been a good generation for consoles, guys. This generation, definitely, guys, definitely. I'm not sure if we're ready to move on. There's just so many games I've yet to play, like BioShock Infinite, Tomb Raider, Far Cry 3. There's some fantastic games out there that I've still to play. And to be honest, guys, I cannot see the next generation, the Xbox One and the PS4. I can't see them being like too much better graphical wise, because the graphics this generation have been fantastic. So yeah, I'm not sure if we're ready to move on yet, but I'm still really looking forward to getting the PS4, which comes out in just over a week as of making this video. So I really can't wait for that. I don't know if I'm getting it on day one because I was waiting pre-ordering it, so it's not guaranteed to get it on day one. So I can get it from any time from day one up until Christmas. So basically, it's just a matter of luck and how many basically they have basically. But anyway, let's first of all we'll talk about the early memories. Some of the first games I played for the PS3. Nothing exciting, guys, so don't get your hopes up. First of all, the first game I ever played on the PlayStation 3, and actually the only game I had at the time, was SmackDown vs Raw 2010. So yeah, an old wrestling game, guys, and I was just so excited to play this game. I got this 2 or 3 days before I actually got the PS3, the console itself, for my birthday. And yeah, so I was just sitting around in my room. I kept looking at it, like, oh, I wish I could play this. And I ended up playing it, obviously, when I got the PS3, and I did enjoy it. But after you completed the Road to WrestleMania mode, and got all the trophies and all that, there was hardly anything to do. So I didn't end up playing this game too much after completing the Road to WrestleMania modes. So yeah, it was kind of like a lot of excitement for nothing. But don't get me wrong, I did still enjoy the game, And a couple of old sports games I got as well early on was PS 2009. I was just really excited to see what a football game looked like on the new generation of console, So yeah, PS 09, I look back at it now and the graphics, the graphics not too bad, but the gameplay is pretty bad. Looking back now, the gameplay is pretty bad. But at the time, I thought it was fantastic, Next generation of consoles, football games, I thought it was bloody fantastic. So yeah, I did end up playing that quite a bit. And Tiger Woods PGA Tour 09. You notice a pattern here, guys, all bloody old sports titles. So yeah, Tiger Woods 09. Again, I did really like the golf games in the PS2. And yeah, I just wanted to see what the golf games looked like on the next generation of consoles as well. And yeah, I played it quite a bit and really enjoyed the game. And these were actually the games I later got for, might be my Christmas actually, or my birthday, I'm not really sure. Nah, stuff like that. These were the games I got for my Christmas. Actually, I want to talk about something before I go into those games. Because there was actually a game that I tried to purchase on my 18th birthday. Because that's when I got my PS3, my 18th birthday. And oh my god, I was mega annoyed that day as well. Mega annoyed. I remember it as if it was yesterday. I really oh, terrible. It was really bad. So basically, I was at college on my 18th birthday, and I was really looking forward to going down the street after college finished to buy myself a couple of new games or something. And I got down the street eventually, and there wasn't really that many games that really caught my eye, to be honest. There was a lot of games there, well, bloody expensive, £20-30. I didn't really want to pay that for a game, so I ended up just looking at the cheaper games. And I remember seeing this game specifically, The Darkness. The Darkness. So yeah, The Darkness on the PS3. So I went to Game Station. This was a Game Station when it was open later, 2 or 3 years later it ended up closing down, went into administration or whatever. Pursuit of the Darkness, I thought, it was £5 pre-owned. I thought, oh my god, this is fantastic, you know. I can't wait to, to get home and play this. So I took it up to the counter, and I was going to pay for it. Have you got any ID on you? I went, well, I've got my college card. My college card had my picture on it, my date of birth, so I've got my college card. This is not a valid ID. I was like, right, okay, well, it's my college card, it's got my picture on it, it's got my date of birth on it. I mean, you know, why we not accept this? Oh no, we need a driving license, a passport, something like that, birth certificate, something like that. I was like, what, really? So I ended up obviously not getting the game, and then I'm walking back to the college, waiting for my bus. I was mega pissed off, I really was, not being able to get this game, because I really wanted to play a game that wasn't a sports game, you know. So this was actually the first game I got, which wasn't a sports game. So later the next day, after I finished college, my dad came in and collected me. So I went to the shop, Game Station, and it was still there for £5. So my dad took it up to the counter and he bought it for me. And he was complaining about, you know, me not being able to buy the game when I had my college card, my date of birth and everything on it. So obviously they didn't want my money. So yeah, no wonder they went into bloody administration if they didn't want to take people's bloody money. So I was really pissed off. But anyway, I got it home, played it. I wasn't expecting too much from it. It was £5, but I really enjoyed this game, guys. I thought this game was really good, you know. I don't know whether it was because it was just one of the first games I played on the PS3 that wasn't a sports game. I don't know whether it was that, but I really enjoyed this game. I thought it was really good. Pretty dark game. You had these like serpent, snake things on like both shoulders, and you could like rip people's like hearts out and eat them. Eat your opponent's heart. It's weird. It's a weird idea. But I really enjoyed the game. So yeah, Darkness, definitely got some good memories with this game, guys. A really good game in my opinion, the Darkness. And it was the Christmas after that. I got a couple of games. This was from my granny. It was FIFA 10. And I don't know why, I just didn't really enjoy FIFA 10 that much. I thought it was a pretty mediocre game. So basically that year, I got fed up with PES 2009, and I got fed up with this pretty quickly as well. So that year I didn't really play much as far as like sports games go, really. It was a pretty crap year. 2010 and 2009 and that were pretty crap years for sports games in my opinion. So yeah, FIFA 10, didn't really play too much of it. But these games I got from my auntie, and really enjoyed these games, guys. Got a lot of time out of these games. 2 Capcom games, 2 game series, yeah. 2 series of games that I really enjoyed. First of all, I had Devil May Cry 4. I was a big fan of Devil May Cry, and a lot of people don't like this game. I like the game. I like the game. It's not Devil May Cry 1 good, it's not Devil May Cry 3 good, but it's definitely better than Devil May Cry 2. So yeah, I really enjoyed the game. Thought it was really good. Really enjoyed the gameplay. Kinda like Neo, or is it Neo or Nero? Yeah, Nero. Kinda like Nero, but you know, there's only one Dante, you know. And it wasn't until later in the game you actually play as Dante. But in my opinion, still a really good game, Devil May Cry 4, with a really kick-ass soundtrack. And Resident Evil 5. This is where it started for me, guys. This is where it started. I've lost count how many times I've played through this game. Countless times. Probably 8 or 9 times, I'm not gonna lie. I've played through the game in like 2 or 3 nights. After that, I played through it again. I played through it again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Until, yeah, I was gonna say until I got fed up with it, but I never got fed up with it. Devil May Cry 5 for me had something about it that I really enjoyed. And it was like the first game that I really played online as well. And really enjoyed it online. I enjoyed the online mercenaries mode as well. Really fun stuff. And actually, the first time I played for this game, I remember it was, I had to go to college the next again day. So basically, I stayed up to like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning to complete this game, you know. I was really into it, and I really wanted to finish it. So just the final boss with Wesker, oh my god, it was really bloody difficult in my opinion, the first time playing through it. Because I wasn't really sure what you had to do. The final like 2 fights with Wesker. But really good stuff in my opinion. Resident Evil 5. just a really fantastic game. And that'll actually be the next thing we got into, I think, guys. Online game experiences, like the first games I played online. So the first games I played online, like I said, Resident Evil 5, of course, and 007 Quantum of Solace. Oh my god. Oh my god, 100%ed this game. Got every trophy. Some of the online trophies were pretty lengthy. They did take a while to do, but I've played this game so much online. People were playing their Call of Duties and stuff. I was bumming playing this game, and really enjoying it, guys. I thought this game was really enjoyable online. Met a lot of friends on PSN through this game, basically. So I used to play this almost every bloody night for God knows how long. That was a really good game for me, and really enjoy it. And definitely one of the games I've played probably online the most. It's not a sports game. So yeah, 007 Quantum of Solace, really good game in my opinion. And of course, other online game experiences was of course with SmackDown Raw 2010, but it was really bloody laggy. And FIFA 10, which was alright online, but I didn't really play it too much online. It wasn't until I got like SmackDown Raw 2011 and FIFA 11 that I started to play sports games online more, you know. So yeah, that's really all I can say about online game experience. It's actually the first time I've ever played like any game online, you know, because I didn't have PS2. I didn't have online for that. So yeah, first console game I played online. Right, next we'll go on to PlayStation 3 exclusives. And oh my god, guys, the PS3 has got some fantastic exclusives that it really bloody has. But for me, there's one game series on the PS3 that stands out above everything else, all the other games this generation as far as I'm concerned, and that is the Uncharted series. The Uncharted series for me is just some of the best games, you know, I've ever played in my entire life. Not just for the PS3, for my entire life. Really bloody good stuff. Now, I remember getting this from Annie. Actually, I think that might have been Christmas, the same time as Devil May Cry 4 and Resident Evil 5, actually. It could have been. But anyway, yeah, Uncharted Drake's Fortune, guys. I remember getting this for my Christmas. I remember opening it up. Obviously, it was in a parcel. I remember opening it up, and I thought, oh, Uncharted Drake's Fortune. Because I'd never actually heard too much about the Uncharted games. I was like, oh, it's 9 out of 10. Seems to be quite good. Looked at the back. No, it's going to be like Tomb Raider. It wasn't like Tomb Raider. It's far better than Tomb Raider, in my opinion. No offense to Tomb Raider fans, but for me, this game is just a class above. It really bloody is. You know, it's just breathtaking. You know, the graphics, the water effects. You know, some of the best water effects I've ever seen. You know, in games. You know, it was stunning. It was just an absolute stunner. What a game, guys. What a game. Uncharted Drake's Fortune. And then, of course, we had Uncharted 2, Among Thieves. The best game on the PS3, as far as I'm concerned. I didn't think anything could beat Uncharted Drake's Fortune. I didn't think this would be better, but it is. It did it. I don't know how it done it, but it done it. What a fantastic game, guys. I completed it, and a couple of days after that, I completed it again. Really bloody awesome game. It really is, guys. It definitely is a must-have, you know. And then after that, of course, Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception. Just topping off the trilogy, guys. What a fantastic game again. Some things in this game that I really like about the way Nathan Drake goes past things and like touches walls. And when you're going through the desert, just you can feel his emotion. You really can. And there's just something about the game, in my opinion, which is really good. It's the second best Uncharted game, in my opinion. And probably the second best game on the PS3 as well, as far as I'm concerned. Just a really awesome game. And you know, I just cannot praise the Uncharted series enough. I just think it's a flawless series, and I really would recommend it to anybody, you know. So yeah, the Uncharted game's brilliant. And then of course we had an interactive movie, Heavy Rain. I know a lot of people don't like people calling this an interactive movie, but it is really, you know. I mean, you control the movement of your character and that, but it is an interactive movie. But even at that, it is a fantastic game. It really is. The amount of like different endings you can get, I think there's like I don't know, 6 or 7 different endings. So basically, it depends on what characters die. It'll depend on basically how the game ends. You know, I've played through the game twice, got 2 different endings. In my opinion, both been really good endings. And I don't think the game will have a bad ending. You know, I mean, it might have a bad ending as far as like things happening, but it'll still be really enjoyable. You know, the whole playthrough of the game. So yeah, Heavy Rain, definitely a fantastic exclusive as well. I mean, I actually had a friend at college back in the day. When this game actually first came out, he was like one of the first people to buy it, you know. And remember, he got it when he played through it over the weekend, and I talked to him like the following Monday back at college, and he'd actually completed the game twice. I don't know how he done it, but he completed the game twice and got 2 different endings. And I remember thinking that day, how the hell can you bother playing through a game twice over the weekend? But now I actually see why, because the game is really that enjoyable, you know. So yeah, Heavy Rain. He's a pretty hardcore gamer, you know. So, but yeah, Heavy Rain, brilliant game, guys. And another series for me, once I find it, which is really bloody awesome as well, and that is the Resistance series. First-person shooters where you shoot aliens, or I think they're Chimera, I think they're called. And I remember hearing about this game back in the day. This was, I believe, one of the first games that came out in the PS3 as well, back in the day. And yeah, it's kind of mixed opinions, but I really enjoyed this game, guys. I'm not going to lie, I really enjoyed this game. It was dark, it had a creepy kind of atmosphere to it. And even though it is definitely the worst in the series, it's still not a bad game. It's still a really good game for me, guys, and I really enjoyed Resistance Fall of Man. And then we went on to Resistance 2, which in my opinion was a step above Resistance Fall of Man. It was more colourful, which some people didn't like. Some people preferred how Resistance Fall of Man was like darker and like creepy. But this was more colourful. It was kind of creepy at times as well, but it was more colourful, so it was less creepy. But in my opinion, it was a better game than Resistance Fall of Man. Just a really good game, guys. And then we had, in my opinion, the best Resistance game, and definitely I would say as well, one of the best games on the PS3. We had Resistance 3. Oh, Resistance 3, guys, what a game, what a game. I mean, I'm surprised I've not played through this again, to be honest. I mean, I was gonna, but I think other games got in the way. But Resistance 3, guys, definitely the best in the series, and just a really enjoyable game. It went back to a kind of creepy kind of atmosphere again, and yeah, I really bloody enjoyed it, what can I say, guys. And I'm still thinking about playing through this game again at some point, because I really enjoyed it. And it's really short though, that's the downfall. It's really short, but a really fantastic game. So yeah, Resistance 3. And then we'll quickly rattle through some other exclusives, because that's basically the main exclusives that I've talked about, but there is other exclusives that I quite liked. Ratchet & Clank Tools Destruction, a really fun, really colourful platformer. Really impressed with it, graphical wise, and it's just, as people say, it's like a Disney Pixar movie come to life. It really is that good, guys. Little Planet, or a Little Big Planet I should say. I don't know why, I've always got a habit of calling it Little Planet. I don't know why. Yeah, platformer. Everybody really enjoyed Little Planet. Little Big Planet. People did say it was, if you've got a PS3, it's a must buy. I don't think it's a must buy, but it is a good game, don't get me wrong. And if you see it cheap, definitely pick it up if you like platformers. God of War 3. Really enjoyable hack and slash game, guys. First God of War game I played. Never played any God of War games on the PS2. I don't know why, they never really appealed to me. But yeah, God of War 3 is definitely a fantastic game. We had Killzone 2, which I really enjoy. A lot of people are not really sure about this game, but I like it. I do like it, and I'm looking forward to getting Killzone 3 at some point, and also Killzone Shadowfall on the PS4 as well, which will be one of the first games I get. And I'm sure I would love this game if the disc was fully working. Metal Gear Solid 4. Still looking to get a new disc, really cheap, but yeah, Metal Gear Solid 4, what I did play with it was really fantastic. Gran Turismo 5, you know, it's Gran Turismo. It was good, but it got boring really quickly, so can't say I'm a huge fan of it overall. But I did get my time out of it, so Gran Turismo 5. One Nation Racers, or as I always say, One Nation Racers. One Nation Racers. It's a lot of fun online, guys, with this game. Playing it with a few friends. Really good stuff. So yeah, One Nation Racers. And the last PS3 exclusive that I want to talk about is Haze. Do I dislike this game? Not anymore. Not anymore. I don't know why. When the first time I played through this game, I thought it was god awful. And the second time I played through the game, I played it online with Stars Gaming 1009. We played through it on co-op, which have now closed the servers for that now, which is a shame. But I don't know why the story, it's so bad. It's good. I don't know. I'm surely not the only person out there that's got a soft spot for Haze. As awful as it may be, I've just got a soft spot for this. I really have. It looks like a PS2 game now, I must say. It does look like a PS2 game. It might have done better in the PS2. But for some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason I do kind of like Haze. I'm sorry, I do kind of like it. It's strange. It's a strange kind of game. It really is. But I kind of like Haze. Surprisingly. I don't know why. I want to talk about one series though that has come out this generation that isn't a PS3 exclusive. I mean, these games, I've played so many fantastic games, but this series for me is, I don't know why, I'm in love with this series, guys. I am really in love with this series. I want you guys to try and guess what game this is, basically. There's only two. I'm just surprised there's only been 2 games so far. I mean, there will be a third game, I'm sure. You know, just really good stuff. I just like how you can go like through worlds and that, through the world, and like collect like so many different weapons. You know, it's unbelievable. You know, I mean, crossing a first-person shooter with like RPG elements and stuff. I don't know why. I just think it's really a good idea. And there's something about this series, guys, I just really like. Without further ado, I'm just gonna say it is the Borderlands games. The Borderlands games, they're just brilliant. They're just, for me, they're just addictive as hell. You know, people do have their negatives about these games, but for me, I really like these games. I really do. You see, I've completed through this like 7 times, not gonna lie. There's 4 different characters. I've completed both playthroughs with 3 characters, and played through one playthrough with the 4th character. Which I really need to play through again, so I can say I've completed it 8 times, twice with, basically done both playthroughs with all 4 characters. Borderlands, guys, it's amazing, guys, it's amazing. When I first got this, I thought I'd enjoy it, but I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I adore these games, I really do. And Borderlands 2, in my opinion, it is impressive, it is better than Borderlands 1. It's just brilliant, it really is. They're just really good games. I'm just running out of praise for them. They really are. So yeah, I just want to talk about the Borderlands games because they have really stood out. Multi-platform games. They are the best multi-platform games on that I've played in the PS3. I would say, without a shadow of a doubt. You know, it should be Resident Evil. You know, Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6. It should be Resident Evil, but it's not. It's not. It's Borderlands. It is Borderlands. Something I've liked about this generation, which they've started to bring out, which I think is a fantastic idea, and that is basically remastering games in HD. So remastering PS2 games and stuff, and yeah, putting them in HD. I mean, I only have 2 of them. Well, I have 3 if you count the God of War PSP games that have been made in HD. But yeah, these classic HD collections, guys, I really like them, and I do hope to keep making these. You know, when the PS4 and Xbox One comes out, I think they should, you know, continue to make HD remasters. You know, because I think they're a really good idea. Obviously, making them in HD and adding like trophy support and achievement support, I think it's really good. and to have like, you know, two or three games on one disc, I think is a really good thing, you know. Especially with some of the classic games, like especially Devil May Cry, because I'm a big Devil May Cry fan, you know. And the Tomb Raider games are pretty good as well. So yeah, I really hope they continue doing that, and I'm really happy that they started doing that, you know. So that is definitely one of the best things, I suppose you could say, one of the best ideas I've had, one of the best ideas I've come up with this generation of consoles. We're getting close to the end of this video now, actually. So we've had some positives, but I'm gonna have to give you some negatives. Start off with some games that are probably some of the worst games I have ever played, and there's actually a game missing from this list, so hold on. Okay, so here are some of the worst games I have probably ever played in my life. These are definitely the worst games on that I've played in the PS3 anyway. I'm often do it this way because the video went severely out of sync for no apparent reason, so I'm doing it this way. So yeah, Clive Barker's Jericho, guys, a really crap game, looks crap, really boring stuff, and the only reason why I've really kept it is because it's in this, it's a special edition, it's a steel tin, which I'm a bit of a sucker for. I do like steel tins and that, I think they're pretty damn cool, and the art book's quite nice as well, but apart from that the game's just awful. And here we have the two worst racing games I have probably ever played. Oh my god, I just can't describe how bad they are, guys. Honestly, if you like racing games, do not play these games. These games are god awful, and you will regret it. Really bad stuff. Mind Jack, oh my god, Mind Jack, what a crap game. Really repetitive, and just really boring, to be honest. So yeah, Mind Jack. Beowulf could well be probably the worst game I've played ever. It could be the worst game I've played ever. I used to say it was Mind Jack, but this is just infuriating, this game, guys. That wasn't too annoying, because it was pretty easy, apart from the final boss, it was kind of annoying, but this had so many frustrating parts in it, and I really dislike it. Kane Lynch 2 Dog Days. It's a shooting game, and one of the main things about a shooting game is shooting. You can't even bloody shoot in this game because you can't bloody fire a gun straight. It is god awful. It really is. Half your bombing bullets will miss the bloody targets. It's so bloody crap. It's unbelievable. Wouldn't recommend it. Not even to my bloody worst enemy. So there we go, guys. Bag of crap games. Don't buy them. The last thing I want to talk about, which is another negative, and that is DLC patches and stuff like that, and basically just companies charging you just more money, you know. It's not good enough that you buy their game, you have to pay extra money for certain things, which I am really against, and that is definitely a downside to this generation, and I'm sure it will be a downside to the next generation of consoles as well. And a prime example of on-disc DLC is Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Oh my god. Now I remember being on the main menu and I saw all these characters were basically locked, and I thought, oh my god, there's quite a lot of characters here to unlock. I'm going to have to play through the arcade mode quite a few times, and some of my favourite characters from Tekken are in there, you know, like Brian Fury, he's locked. He's actually my favourite Tekken character. So I remember playing through the arcade mode a few times, and then nothing really was happening. I was like, maybe you have to do something else to unlock these characters. So I went onto Google and did a quick search, and yeah, that's when I found out that you have to actually buy these characters. So I was really annoyed about this. So I went online, went on the PlayStation Store. I had no intention of buying these characters either, by the way. But I don't remember how much they actually cost. But I remember it was a ridiculous amount, I think, just for some extra characters, for some extra pixels. And I was really annoyed. And yeah, Capcom, it's just a typical Capcom thing, you know. It really is. And yeah, for me, that just put me off this game, and I haven't went back to this game since, because I just think it is crap. You know, as if money nowadays isn't tight enough as it is, without having to like pay extra just for some extra characters, they can piss right off as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, that's that. And the fact that often, I mean, I don't buy games when they first come out, but I've heard really, really bad things about, companies releasing games that are just full of bugs. They release a game half-arsed, and I'm like, oh, that's okay. They're not going to pay £40 for a broken game. We'll fix this later. Give them a month or two. A couple of complaints will come in. Right, we'll fix it later. And for me, that's just really, really bad, guys. And it's just an example of how companies, they don't really seem to care for the consumers. All they are thinking about is that money. Yeah. That's all they seem to be thinking about, guys, is them making their millions of dollars. And it's really bloody annoying. It really, really is. And when you have you never got that with the PS1, the PS2, guys. You always had games that were really, really good. Didn't release a half-arsed Grand Theft Auto game, or a half-arsed Resident Evil game, or a half-arsed Final Fantasy game, or whatever. Or a broken FIFA game. They never done that. The games, because they couldn't patch the games. I mean, patches. I do see how patches can be a good thing, because they can fix bugs that the companies have, they've not actually noticed. I mean, they have made an honest mistake. But I think they're just abusing that. They're abusing that, and they're just releasing games that they know is broken, and they know that they're going to fix a couple months down the line. They don't mind charging you £40 for it or whatever. It's sickening, guys. It makes me sick when they do that. It does make me sick. So that is definitely one of the downfalls of this generation of consoles, and like I say, it will be the downfall of next generation as well, and the generation after that possibly. Really, really bad stuff, as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, that is it. That is my history with the PS3. It's been a good console, guys. It really has. It has been a fantastic console. Here it is right there. What a beast. What a beast, guys. I've not had any problems with the console. I've not had a console break, or had a yellow light of death or whatever. It's just been a fantastic console. And yeah, like I say, I'm not really sure the next generation will be that much better. It could be worse. You never know. It could be worse. And I've only actually went through one controller. This is actually my second controller I've had. So yeah, as far as controllers go, they're actually pretty sturdy things. This one's starting to break. I don't know if you can see that. Hold on, I'll try and get the light in. I don't know if you can see that, but it's starting to crack there. Round there. But yeah, it's only my second controller compared to the PS2, which I actually went through a lot of controllers for. A lot of controllers. So yeah, let's turn this beast on, shall we? Oh dear. That satisfying little beep. It's rather annoying when your game freezes and it starts bumming beeping at you like bloody mad. Gets well bloody angry. There you go, guys. PlayStation 3. Oh yeah. What a beast, guys. What a beast. And it's not going to be forgotten, because I will still play the PlayStation 3 a hell of a lot, a hell of a lot, because when the PS4 comes out, I'm gonna get a couple games, but it's gonna take ages for games to drop in price, so I'm not gonna be able to get that many games. So I'm gonna be buying still a lot of PS3 games, and playing the PS3 a hell of a lot as well, because there's still a lot of games I need to get, like Tomb Raider and that, and Far Cry 3. There's some fantastic games out there that I've still not played yet. And yeah, guys, just a really, really good console with a lot of fantastic games for it. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this, and I'll catch you on the next video. See you guys. Thanks for watching.